singles chat. Nickname Big Black Bill. Alright. Here we go, trying to find a girlfriend.
Hi, my name is Alvin Perdomo. In this video, we're going to be talking about lying. If you don't know what lying is, it's a false statement for the most part. To be more specific, I want to talk about how distance plays a role in lying. My claim is that distance does in fact play a role in lying, whether it is in person or not. Distance affects how we lie and how big of a lie it is. For those of you who oppose my view, there's evidence to support my claim. Dan and Riley actually did a study using golf to show how distance affects how much we lie. As we go into details, I will pass it over to my good friend Bill to talk more about this study.
Thank you, Alvin. Hi there, I'm Bill. As you can see, we're out here in a high-class golf course. But my goal here is no birdie, but to inform you how distance affects lying. Now, if you didn't know, golf is a game of honesty. There are no referees to make sure rules are being held. So as you can tell, there are a lot of wiggle room to determine what is fair and what isn't. Arnold Palmer once said, "I have a tip that can take 5 strokes off anyone's golf game. It's called an eraser." So, the study of O'Reilly and his unimportant colleague performed goes as follows. Thousands of golfers were put into a situation which no one could see them. They were told, imagine, that as the average golfer approaches their ball, they realized that it would be highly advantageous if the ball would be 4 inches away from where it currently is. There were 3 versions of this. The golfers could move the ball with their club, with their shoe, or by picking it up with their hands. The results were that golfers will most likely move the ball with their club, then with their shoe, and lastly by picking it up with their hands. What does this mean, and why is it important? It means we are conscious of what we are lying about. People most likely would move the ball with their club because they think it's permissible. But when they move themselves by picking it up, they believe that it is unethical. The closer they were to the ball, the more they thought it was wrong. As we distance ourselves, we consider lying to be more permissible. We can come up with more excuses that allow us to do it without feeling bad. The golfer is just one example of this. There are many other ways in which distance can affect how we lie. Personally, I like to lie to my wife all the time on the phone, but I cannot do it in person. I will now pass it to my good friend Johnny, who will talk more about how distance using technology can affect lying. So dudes, it's Johnny here. I'm gonna talk about how distance affects lying, and how technology helps us do so. Yeah! We've all used the internet or cell phone before. It's pretty cool, huh? But we have to be careful what we do online. The world is full of liars, and this only helps them. Technologies like the internet gives liars a way in which they can deceive people without even having to show their face. Come on. Technologies can encourage lying. According to Jeff Hancock, there are 3 types of lies that it has made for us. The first one is I do all the time. It's called a butler lie. These are lies that are used to create a buffer to maintain relationships, since people can contact you at basically any time of the day with technology. An example of this is saying, "on my way," when you in fact are not on your way. Technology has made this possible because of the distance you and people have between each other. I guarantee you wouldn't lie to someone's face like that. Come on. Another new type of lie is called a sock puppet lie. This is more about identity. It's basically self-promotion using a false identity. Although this has been around, technology has been able to enlarge the scale of this type of lie, which is then called a Chinese water army lie. It's the same concept, except hundreds of other people are doing it for you. Distance has allowed this to happen. New technologies have evolved into letting people lie without having to be there. But why is this important? Well, this causes people to do it more frequently. People feel less unethical when they distance themselves from the recipient of the lie because the consequences are slimmer. For example, are you more likely to cheat on a test sitting in the front row where everyone can see you, or all the way in the back corner where no one can see you? There are tons of people sitting behind the computer claiming things that are false. The thing is, it doesn't matter to them because people don't know their true identity. We now have this thing called catfishing. If you don't know what that is, it's a phenomenon of the internet where predators fabricate online identities and entire social circles to trick people into emotional romantic relationships. People go as far as pretending to be others for amusement. This plays a huge role in how much people lie using technology. It allows people to lie without the personal consequences.
As you can see, the distance between people can influence how we lie. For the most part, the more you are in contact with somebody, the less you are going to lie. It all goes back into how we perceive ourselves because, believe it or not, most people care about their image and try to keep it a certain way. Imagine catching the president in a big lie. That would change the way all of America would view him. The same goes with everyday people. Distance allows people to lie and be okay with it. If you take anything from this video, just know that distance plays a huge role in how we lie, because we do in fact care about how we are perceived, whether you see yourself a way or somebody else sees you a certain way. Thank you.